Oregon's southern coast is known for its secluded beaches, sea stacks, and rugged terrain. After getting my first taste of this region the previous year, I planned a 5-day trip to soak in and explore as much of the area as possible. To get there, I simply followed the setting sun westward until I landed at the first of my trip's 3 campsites, Humbug Mountain State Park near Port Orford. I had mixed feelings about the campsite. It's a nice place, but my site was small and a stone's throw away from the raging Highway 101. Giant semis would come ripping through in the middle of the night, the loudest thing you've ever heard. But in between semis, you could hear the babbling of Brush Creek.
All morning I got to listen to people pouring out their sewage waste into this thing.
After waking up in a beautiful setting alongside a babbling brook and a roaring highway, I made the short drive up to Port Orford Heads State Park, where I paused to tour the lifeboat station before wandering off. I hadn't planned on entering the museum, but I was beckoned to come inside by a man standing in the doorway. The former Coast Guard lifeboat station offers a fascinating glimpse into life back in the early 20th century on the southern Oregon coast. They have fun things on display, like dummies with old clothes. I took the helm and respectfully messed around throughout the place. I found little cannons, displays of old pharmaceuticals, and an historical bathroom where they had to tape the toilets shut so that the public can't readily use them. "You have to go out. You don't have to come back," was the surfman's motto. They were also called storm warriors because they would head out on rescue missions during severe storms and saved numerous lives throughout the years. I continued on my way past the point of no return and meandered around the heads as the incoming fog enveloped me and shrouded the coastline. Ladies walking around this park. One of them said to me, "You know, the view's a lot nicer when the fog isn't there." It's like, no kidding.
I still think it's pretty.
Where's those dudes?
Make the funny sound again. First I thought that was a motorboat somewhere. To conclude my first full day on the southern Oregon coast, I walked from my campsite through the lush forest to the foggy beach at Humbug Mountain State Park to play in the water and do some meditative beach combing. After another peaceful night's sleep alongside the raging highway, I indulged in a multi-grain Cheerios party with the local camp robbers.
Don't feed the blue jays.
I departed Humbug Mountain State Park and headed south toward Cape Sebastian, but not before stopping along the way in the town of Gold Beach for some coffee and a muffin.
The rogue bandits on the road down here. I wanted to get a poppy seed muffin, but she gave me a blueberry muffin. It's fine. This out a tree fell down in the road. Kick those twigs, Bill.
The parking lot at Cape Sebastian Trailhead was empty. If this trail were up on the northern coast, I bet this lot would be packed with everyone and their mothers. Smart thinking to whoever posted their lost and found flyer on a sign on the extremely windy coastal headlands.
Oh man, this trail just makes me giddy.
Coastal trails are full of surprises and wonders. This is probably the freakiest fungus I've ever seen. It has many names, such as bleeding tooth fungus, red juice tooth, devil's tooth, and strawberries and cream, but its scientific name is
I know I'm Pecky.
which kind of sounds to me like I know I'm happy, or maybe I know I'm picky.
I know I'm picky.
Coming around the south side of Cape Sebastian, I took a side trail which led me to a rocky outcropping, where I spent about an hour prancing around and reveling in the joyous solitude that Oregon's southern coast so plentifully provides.
Looks refreshing. Should I dive?
I continued southward, looking out to a view of Hunter's Island, and then scrambled down from Cape Sebastian to a location called Hunter's Cove. But the only thing I was hunting for was a cell phone signal so that I could email my boss to ask for an extra day off so that I could experience more of the southern coast.
Rickety. Not going to be stopped by a rickety bridge.
Next, I enjoyed a long walk along Myers Creek Beach and marveled at the numerous islands and sea stacks visible from the shoreline. A stack or sea stack is a geological landform consisting of a steep and often vertical column of rock formed by wave erosion. Oregon's south coast formed over millions of years. Slowly, waves of volcanic rock collided with the mainland, the result of shifting tectonic plates. The islands and sea stacks along Oregon's coast are part of the Oregon Islands National Wildlife Refuge, which protects 1,853 islands for seabirds along 320 miles of coastline. whole way back, I was just getting blasted with sand in my face. The wind was just going nuts. Finally got some peace right here. Thank good old Cape Sebastian's blocking the wind. Thank you for watching Wanderlust Max. As Jean Moreau once said, to go out with the setting sun on an empty beach is to truly embrace your solitude. I am forever grateful for and inspired by locations such as Oregon's southern coast. Stay tuned for the next segment of Wanderlust Max, where I continue to explore this awe-inspiring region. Auf Wiedersehen.
Glorious, man.
It's like, man, this is freaking amazing. I do not want to go back.